Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Just choked on myself there. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Woo, baby! We're getting that dumpski, baby. Guys, we broke that key level of support that we were looking at yesterday on the live stream. We were saying if we lose this level, things could get ugly pretty fast, and that is exactly what we saw happen. Was hoping for a little bit of a reaction off of that previous value area high that we were looking at yesterday, but unfortunately, we wound up dumping right through it. So, guys, we're going to be taking a look at what we were looking at yesterday. At the very end of the live stream, guys, shout out to Tino from Traders Reality. Let me know if you guys like that collab in the chat. I had a blast talking to Tino, and he was spitting that knowledge for you guys. So we always appreciate when our guests come through and give that value to the Candle Mafia. So, guys, in today's show, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. We're going to be taking a look at some new key levels that we have to keep our eyes on if this move to the downside is going to continue. But again, we did lose that super key level. And we are breaking bullish market structure on the higher time frames, guys. So this is the moment where I am starting to flip a little bit more macro bearish in the longer term, right? Now, that does not mean that I am opening up a short right now. Actually, this would be a very, listen, I don't want to say it's a bad time to open up a short, but FOMOing into these red candles is not typically what you want to do. You want to wait for a retrace to get into a better entry and then ride the rest of the move down. But in the longer term, guys, we are breaking that bullish market structure, letting us know that maybe 25K is not going to be revisited as soon as we may have thought, or as soon as some people may have thought, because we cracked that key level. So we're going to be taking a look at some new key levels, obviously, as I just said, guys. And at the end of the stream, we are going to be taking a look at those altcoins. So get them ready. We were unable to look at the altcoins yesterday, so we'll try to take a look at a few extra today. But guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Every single 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. And shout out to the mods. Guys, let me know, did we get the 1,250 likes in time to do the free month of premium Discord giveaway? Let me know, because I don't think we hit it. I think we got very close, and then I accidentally left the stream running for a really long time, and there was extra time to rack up those likes. But let me know if we're doing that free monthly premium membership giveaway. Let me know, mods. Shout out to D Petty Crypto, specifically, guys, at the Hit Network Bitboy Crypto Studios. Ben did have his book signing, and we got to hang out with a bunch of the Bit Squad and the Candle Mafia last night, and I got to finally meet D Petty Crypto in person. Super cool dude. I finally got to just hug him and thank him for everything he does, and he's like, bro, I didn't even do that much. And I'm like, stop, bro. You do a lot, and I appreciate it. But yeah, D Petty's the man. He's a funny guy. He's a super funny dude, super down to earth, and he doesn't even live that far away from us. So I have a feeling that we're going to have to start inviting him down to the studio more often. But shout out to D Petty, bro. It was a blast meeting you, man. And again, thank you so much for everything you do. We wound up hanging out at the Hit Factory for until 1 in the morning, guys. It was pretty bad. Well, it was good, but we were a bunch of late night stayouts. But hey, it's not every day you get to hang out with D Petty Crypto. That is for dang sure. But guys, without further ado, let's say what's up to the Mafia and then dive right into these key levels and take a look at what happened, or what we were looking at yesterday and what kind of happened, because you guys do know I like to go back and look at what we were keeping an eye on to show you guys why I was watching it and kind of look at what happened and see, hey, this is why I was looking at this. So before we get into it, guys, let's go ahead and say what is up to the Candle Mafia. Let's see who we got in here. Let's scroll up a little bit. Let's see. We got a couple super chats. Let me get those out of the way. Shout out to Thesis himself. He says BTC are as fake as yellow X's. P.S. Hot sauce over peanut butter? Hot sauce over peanut butter? Oof. Thesis. Hey, listen, man. I think I might jump on board with the yellow X's are fake deal. But, dude, hot sauce over peanut butter? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a big peanut butter guy. Shout out to Thesis himself. Thank you for being here, bro. Shout out to D Petty Crypto letting us know Tino collab was fire. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Again, dope hanging out with you, bro, yesterday. That was super, super fun. Let's see. What is that? WV Willis, what is going on, bro? Shout out to you. Said I made 115% off the short from 21,800. Shout out to you, bro. Let's get it. This is like my favorite thing to hear, guys, is when people are making money. Shout out to you, Fredo NYC. What is going on? Independent Crypto. What is going on, brother? Thank you for being here. A-Train. Shout out to A-Train. He always says, I love Frankie Candles. I say, I love A-Train back. What is going on, bro? Andrew Cameron. King Peasant, what is going on? Earth Angel, what is going on? Bullish on Parade in the house. Alex O, what is going on, bro? He said LFG. Frank, much love, homie. Much love back, Alex. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Oh, Thesis corrected his super chat. Said BTC dumps are as fake as yellow X's. And I might get on board with those yellow X's, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm starting to lose belief in those things. I'm just kidding. But I do kind of want to, if you don't like Bitcoin dumping, you don't want to believe in the yellow X's because they do dump the market. But shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Dave Digital. As always, what is going on, bro? Shout out to Cozy Babe. Says, macro, golden pocket, here we come. Let's get it, baby. Let's get a few more people in here. Shout out to Alex. Alex O says, much love, Frank. We all love you. OGs are out here. Caught the dump. Candles and otters. Let's go. Shout out to Alex O. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here. Who else we got? Tony D in the chat. What is going on, bro? I bet you Tyler Jordan and Crypto Billy and Crypto Anon will pop in here at some point. Let's see. Who else? Who do we got? Crypto Totoro, what is going on? The Biomech said, I am standing by for tips for tonight. LFG, do your own research. Shout out to the Biomechs. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here, man. Shout out to Chris Pellegrino. Hey, Chrissy Pellegrino, let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Just wanted to throw $2. Little tip in the tip jar. Let's get it. Let's get a couple more people in here before we jump in. We said what's up to Dave Digital. Who else we got? D Petty Crypto. We said hi to you already. Who else we got? Shout out to Flat Smack. Shout out to Hodl Crypto. Let's see. Oh, God. Indiana Candles with a $50 super chat said, starting to get this. Thanks to you, I looked at all the signs right as that yellow X came in and pulled my long and entered into a huge short, doubled my account, and still stacking the cash as price hits my take profits. Thank you, Frankie. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Hey, he's just out there. It's Indiana Candles and the lost and the gained and the found profit. Shout out to you, bro. I actually don't have the bagel blaster on the desk here, so we're just gonna throw it old school, brother. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Congrats on your gains, bro. Shout out to Indiana Candles, baby. Stack it, brother. Stack it. Finagle the bagel. Collect the baguette. Let's get this bread, baby. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Hannah for gifting those memberships. Shout out to Crypto Gideon. Gifting those memberships. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Hannah King for the 5 memberships. And shout out to Bubba's Crypto gifting the 5 memberships. Shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. This is literally the most giving community. You guys are constantly giving each other stuff. You guys are insane in the chat. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to Biomex. Thank you guys for the super chats. Oh, hey, wait. Hang on. Lifer's in here? Where's he at? I didn't see his thing. Tony D says Lifer's in the chat. I don't see his actual chat. I can't find it. But shout out to Crypto Lifer. Thank you for being here, bro. He always pops in and shows love. That's one of our goals here in the next month. We're gonna start stopping in and saying what's up and showing support to our other creators. Shout out to Lifer. Where's he at, man? I can't find his chat. But shout out to you, Lifer. I love you, brother. Thank you for being here, bro. Can't wait for our next collab, man. Crypto Gideon says, ballin' cha-ching. Let's go, baby. Shout out to you, man. Said with what I've learned, thank you, Frankie Candles. Shout out to Crypto Gideon. I appreciate you. And what do you do when you win? You get back to the CandleMafia, bro. Shout out to you, man. You are insane. Let me knock out these super chats, and then we will jump right into the charts, guys. Shout out to Randy Lapel. Frankie, learning from you. I have my trading account at over 1,600, still climbing, starting at $120. You are the master chef with magic sauce. Shout out to Randy. Let's go. Shout out to Randy Lapel. We're throwing it for you, too. Let's go. Shout out to Randy. Oh, God, guys, it's going to take me like 2 hours to pick up this money. Let's go. Shout out to Randy, bro. Congrats on your gains, bro. I'm just happy that I was able to help you out at all. But listen, you took the trade. You made the move, bro. I just put the information out there. You did the hard part, right? So shout out to you. Pat yourself on the back because maybe I helped, but you're the one that did the work. So shout out to you, man. Sam Ross said, this dude's got energy today. Sam Ross, dang right. You either love it or you hate it, but shout out to Sam Ross. It sounds like you like it, but shout out to you, man. I appreciate that super chat for real, bro. Dave Digital, let's go, bro. Let's see. And then we got Idle Darkness says, wow. I don't know if he's saying wow to the energy or if he's saying wow to the dump. But speaking of that dump, guys, let's go ahead and see what the heck is going on. And listen, guys, if you watch the stream, this would not have been much of a shock to you guys, which is why I think we're getting all those super chats for, hey, you helped me make money, because this writing has been on the wall for quite some time. So let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. And before we jump into the charts, guys, well, we're jumping in right now, but let's go ahead and light our daily stream candle here. Little coconut mahogany. Let's go. Shout out to all the lumberjacks in the chat. All right, guys. Hey, Kelly Kellum in the chat. What is going on, bro? Kelly Kellum from the BitLab Academy, guys. If you're not subbed to the BitLab Academy, go check Kelly out. Oh, he sent a super chat. Shout out to Kelly. I saw your regular chat. Oh, there's Crypto Lifer. I see you, bro. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. He loves me too. Let's get it. Shout out to you, man. And Kelly says, here on my birthday, should I give a gift away for the Mafia for my birthday? Holy Kelly, happy birthday, bro. I did not realize it was your birthday. He texted me earlier this morning, but I did not realize it was his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Kelly from BitLab Academy. Happy birthday to you. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to Kelly. Let's go, bro. I meant to grab a handful of cash there. I only grabbed like 2 bills. Let's get it. Shout out to Kelly and shout out to his birthday. He doesn't look a day over 21. Let's go. Oh my God, that dollar went into the candle. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Shout out to everybody in chat, and let's go ahead and see what we got going on here, because these are the levels that we were watching, guys. So let's break this down real quick, right? So this was our key level, right? Basically, the bottom of this blue box, which whether it's a blue box, a white line, a dotted line, whatever it is, the reason this was a key level was for 2 major reasons, right? And I want to hammer this home. The reason this was such a key level was, number one, if we broke below this level, it was going to break bullish market structure on the higher time frames. We've been talking about this for like weeks now. That is number one, right? But not only that, but if you zoom out and you pull your volume profile all the way back from June of 2022, and you look at this entire range of price action, you will see that your value area high of that macro range does come in at that exact same level. That was also going to break the market structure, right? So we knew that once we broke below this level, now if you guys watch the stream, you're going to be like, oh my God, this guy is going to say this again, isn't he? And I am, because this is how we were able to see this move coming. Yeah, let's go, guys. Give Kelly a big happy birthday in the chat. Let's get it. But yeah, shout out to my parents making magic and crafting this ridiculous jawline, baby. Let's go. Hey, guys, if you don't know, Kelly's got quite you ever see that guy that's got like the perfect jawline? It's like the picture perfect jawline. That's Kelly, guys. That's Kelly. Shout out to Kelly. But this key level here, guys, we knew, right? We were talking about this yesterday. We were talking about it all week and even last week. If we broke below this level and we cannot get back above this value area high, this is where price was likely going to give us a quick move to the downside, because we are breaking back into our value area, right? And once you reject that value area high, you are expecting to get accepted back into this area of balance, the area between the value area high and the value area low. And if you crack that level and cannot get above, you would, due to the laws of the volume profile, they're not really laws. They don't have to. They don't need to be followed. But I just call them the laws of the volume profile. I want to be very clear, guys, that these volume profiles are not going to play out 100% of the time. Although if you watch the channel, it seems like they're always going to play out, because they play out a lot of the time, right? So, but just understand, nothing's 100%. these are really reliable. This is like one of the most reliable and insightful tools to use on the charts. But I don't want anyone getting it twisted. This is not a foolproof thing. It is not going to be right 100% of the time. It's all about a game of probabilities. You want to put your bets on the side with the most confluence. You want to have your confirmations and all that good stuff. But we just knew, right? Due to the laws of the volume profile, if you break below that value area high and you cannot get back above it, you are expecting to get accepted into the value of the area of balance or the value area, and you are likely to move all the way back down to your point of control, right? That would be your first stop. You're really expecting to come down to your range lows, but obviously that point of control is going to be the thing that is acting as a magnet, sucking price down to it, right? And as of right now, guys, we will go to the lower time frames and take a look at kind of what the actual price action looks like in here. But unless we get some kind of crazy bounce out of here, it does look like we may get accepted back into this value area, which could open up the door for much more downside for Bitcoin, which is what we've been talking about for quite some time, right? Now, on top of that, we have now broken bullish market structure on the higher time frames. Obviously, if you come up to the daily, you can see we are coming down here. So unless we come all the way back up and start closing candles up here, it does look like we are going to break that market structure and close this candle below the value area low. And then once we start closing multiple 4-hour candles, if these 4-hour candles hang out down here and cannot get back above, that is where you're going to get that quick move to the downside. Or a quicker move to the downside. But right now, guys, I mean, this is what we were looking at. This is what we were looking for. As you guys know, for anybody interested, obviously, I keep the premium Discord updated on this. I actually don't know if I updated them on this specifically, but I was in a long position from here. You guys will know, right? I talked about this. I was in a long position from this blue box. We did technically get the confirmations, but I was letting the Discord know, like, hey, guys, like, I'm going to hold my long, but these do not look like, you will remember, right? On the 4-hour, we did have bullish divergences. We had one right here. This is not the strongest divergence, right? These equal lows, these are called exaggerated divergences. And a lot of times we were talking about how a lot of times these bullish divergences, and what I'm talking about here, guys, are these two momentum waves right here. If we go ahead like this, right? They are more, I actually think this was a lower low, but it's basically equal lows. And a lot of times, guys, these do indicate, I think this was actually a higher low, which would make it a bullish divergence. But they're very close to being equal, right? And that's called an exaggerated divergence, right? And with these, a lot of times what happens is they are either don't play out as well as a typical divergence or a divergence with a stronger angle on it, or sometimes they can just straight up be false signals. And in this case, it did actually give us a little bit of a pop up on this one candle, but eventually did come down. So it did give us a little bit of a couple green candles here, but then we just got nuked to the floor. And then what I was looking for was a potential. So that was where I got in right on the confirmation of that divergence, hoping that I could get this right up. And then we were looking for a potential second bullish divergence right here, potentially giving us a higher low on our momentum wave, giving us another bull div into this blue box here for a potential another move up. But obviously we cracked all the way through those levels. I got stopped out of my long position. So that's basically what I was saying. I just wanted to let you guys know I was in that long position. I am now stopped out because I knew, right? The good thing about this move, and I was talking to Johnny at the office today, guys, and it's funny because I love hearing everybody's thoughts on the charts, right? Like, even if they're not like a full-time trader, right? And one of our guys, Johnny, at the office, shout out to Johnny, the same guy who told me to buy OP when it was like $0, and I didn't listen to him, and it went to the moon. But he was saying, and he made a great point because I was actually talking about this earlier in the day. The stop loss on that long was very, very clear, right? Because we knew, right, that level at about 21.4, that macro value area high was our, on this chart, it's about 21,400. What we knew once we lost that level, it is likely going to get very ugly, which obviously it did. So that was kind of an easy stop loss, right? Like, just set your stop loss here. I mean, obviously, depending on where your entry is and your risk tolerance and all that good stuff. But, if you start cracking this level, it's like probably going to get pretty nasty, right? So clean stop loss. I am stopped out of that trade at a small loss, which is Super frustrating. We were on quite the streak, guys. We were on quite the streak. Oh, hold up. Oh, God. Hey, let's go. Shout out to Crypto Lifer says, love is love, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Lifer. And I'm glad I caught that because that super chat was about to run out. Thank God I saw that. Shout out to Crypto Gideon for another gifted 10 memberships. Shout out to you, bro. And there you go. So I am stopped out of that long position, guys, which is a little bit of a, I don't really care, right? I got stopped out of a small loss, so I'm not, like, bummed out about it, but, like, obviously I would have rather, like, had that long play out great, but I am kind of excited, right? I got stopped out of the trade, right? But I'm still excited because we were really looking for this move down, right? And some of the things that we were looking for on this move down, I want to go over that real quick, and then we'll start taking a look at the key levels that we need to hold unless we want to come all the way down to that $16,000 level, which is the macro range lows of this volume profile, right? But I love that this played out because, guys, we were looking at so many things that were pointing to a big move to the downside. And, with trading, you have to be open to all different, you have to be open to both ends of the spectrum, right? I know what I'm trying to say. You have to be open to both cases, right? The bull case and the bear case, because nobody knows 100% where it's going, right? So we were ready for that long position, and then if we got stopped out at that value area low, we'd cut our losses and expect that move down. But the reason we were expecting the move down, guys, all starts on the daily, right? This daily bearish divergence was the beginning of the writing on the wall that we were going to get that move down, right? Higher highs on our on our price action with lower highs on our momentum waves, right? High, lower high, lower high, 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 higher high, higher high, higher high, right? This is showing a discrepancy between price action and your oscillator, guys. This is showing price moving up, but momentum and money are leaving the asset. It makes no sense. That would naturally make you scratch your head and be like, how is the price continuing to go up if the momentum and all the money is leaving, right? Makes no sense. And that's why these bearish divergences warrant a correction, right? Not only did we have that, guys, we actually had a little bit of an earlier warning sign, and that was the 4-hour bearish divergence right here with, where is it? It was right here with money flow coming out. You have a high, lower high, high, higher high into a value area high, which is a very key level of resistance. You go for the scalp, and then the money flow was coming out as well. So that was really your first sign that, hey, this might be a top, because a lot of times when you get those divergences, guys, we talk about this a lot of times, when the money flow is also coming out, that is like one of the best confluences for a bearish divergence. And when it happens on the 4-hour, the 4 hour is kind of like a magic, not a magic time frame, but it's like perfectly, like, it's kind of long, but it's like kind of low too. It's like, it's very far away from the weekly, but it's also pretty far away from the lower time frames. So it's kind of in the middle-ish. So a lot of times when you get that bear div with the money flow coming out on the 4-5 hour specifically, it could mark a significant top, right? And this was one of those short positions that we did give the setup for in the premium Discord, guys. And I told this story. I've been telling this story like every day because this actually hurts my feelings. I know I say don't trade with your emotions, but guys, my feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. We gave the setup in the Discord for this short, guys. I took this short. My personal, right? I took this personal short. I don't know why I keep saying personal. I took this short myself, and we wrote it down, right? And I think we took it down to here. I tried to take profit here, guys. I was on blockchain basement. I think it was right here. And we were getting a big bounce, and I'm like, let me take some profits. And I don't know what happened. I'm trying to look at the camera. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to, like, take profit on my phone, like, without looking obvious. And I wound up closing the whole position, guys. I closed the whole position, and of course it winds up nuking to the floor. But shout out to anybody in the premium Discord still holding this short. This was essentially, and again, guys, I didn't know. I want to be very clear. I did not know that we were shorting the top, right? We essentially put that setup in and essentially called the short from the absolute top. But I didn't realize this was going to be the top of a giant move down, right? We were just, at the time, we didn't know what price was going to do, right? But so we were just looking for a little short from the value area high to the value area low, right? We were just looking for a short little move here, right? That's all we were looking for. And then you could take some partial profits and then ride it back up and then see if you could get a rejection further to the downside. But we wound up, this is why I say, right? We always talk about this. Shout out to Garrett Soloway, right? Singles and doubles will make you a millionaire, and going for grand slams and home runs will make you broke, right? So what we do on this channel is we go for little scalps to the value area high, little shorts to the value area low, little longs to the value area high, and then shorts to the value area low. And then eventually, when you break the sideways range, you are likely going to be in that position from the opposite end of the range, right? So that is how you do it, right? Because worst case scenario, you get a little scalp in, right? Best case scenario, price breaks down out of the range, and you wind up catching this. You wind up catching this massive move down for about 18%, guys. Without leverage, you can make pretty good money if you have a decent sized bag on spot trading an 18% move. But if you're using leverage, you can risk a very small amount of money with a higher amount of leverage, or vice versa. But you could risk a very small amount of money with a little bit of leverage and make a massive, massive profit on this move to the downside, or you could have. So shout out to anyone in the premium still in that trade. I don't know if anyone's still holding it. But again, right, not only were we looking for shorts up here that you could have held that short all the way down here till, but we also gave short setups at this local range, right? You guys know we love looking at the charts in terms of ranges. So basically, all I see here on the chart is multiple ranges, right? So we traded this range, bing bong, caught the short from the top, wrote it down. Then we had this little range. We were bing bong, and then we called this short right here, higher highs, right? What time frame was it on? I think it was the 2 hour, I believe. I could check the Discord. Yeah, it was the 2 hour, right? Bearish divergence on your 2 hour, looking for that scalp short potentially. First stop to your POC, then the value area low. And then what happens, you could have even, if you didn't catch this short in the Discord, you could have caught this short and wrote it down, and you could have still had a beautiful, beautiful little scalp trade turn into a nice, beautiful swing position, right? So initially, you were just going for this little move for about 8%. Well, I guess first off, you would be looking for the 5% move, then the 8% move to the value area low, and you could take partial profits along the way. And if you did hold your trade, take profits, and leave a position, part of your position in, you could have wrote it down all the way for the 15%, right? And this is why we like to scalp these ranges, right? Because a lot of times they just wind up being little scalps, right? And it's great. You make a little bit of money, nothing crazy, nothing life-changing, but you make a little bit of money, and then eventually price is going to break that range to the downside or the upside. And if you do, it's very likely that you will be in a position from the opposite end of one of these ranges, right? So I just wanted to break that down because this is how you're able, this is a very good way to trade using the volume profile, right? Now that we've broken this key level, guys, let's continue on these bearish confirmations, right? So, that's kind of how you could be in a position and not have to worry about, oh my God, are we going to get a big breakdown? It doesn't matter, right? Because we were just looking for scalps, and then we got the big breakdown, and it was just a bonus that this turned into a home run trade, right? So, now, not only did we know if we cracked this level to the downside, it would be very bearish. We'd break the bullish market structure. We had the bearish divergence on the 4 hour, right? Then we started seeing that bearish divergence on the daily that we were just looking at with the higher highs and the lower highs with our trend line right here. Now, when you get these on the daily, guys, especially when it started with a 4 hour bear div with money flow coming out, and then you start to see the same thing forming on the daily, that is a very strong top signal, right? But not only that, guys, the 2-day also had a bearish divergence. And if you guys watched the show yesterday, you will know I was saying these higher daily time frame bearish divergences will not look obvious until after the fact, right? It's much harder to take these trades when you don't know that price is already breaking down, right? But that 2-day, I want to hammer this home, guys. The bearish divergences on the daily and above are super, super powerful, and they are very reliable. It does not mean they play out 100% of the time. You guys will know we were being very cautious because we knew if this was going to be a sustainable uptrend, these bearish divergences will form naturally in that uptrend, and they won't likely play out as they typically do in a bullish environment, right? But the fact that we saw this bear div print with the daily and that 4 hour bearish divergence filling in from those lower time frames. I thought my microphone just got unplugged. This is a very bearish sign, right? And they take time to play out. And you could see that, right? We kind of just sat here, printed the bearish divergence, kind of went sideways for almost a week we went sideways, and then finally you get that breakdown, right? But not only on the 2-day did we have it, we also had it on the 3-day bearish divergence into our key level of resistance. That is another important thing to realize is we were at key resistance, guys. You had your local value area high. You had your highs that you made back here in August. We were coming up to test it, right? This was all stuff we looked at. And this is why we were being, very, very cautious. And that is kind of why I was saying, if we come down here and we get a strong bounce, that's where you see, hey, we're in a strong uptrend. That bearish divergence on the higher daily time frame probably isn't going to play out much. But the fact that we are now breaking this is definitely making me feel much more bearish. And again, on the 3-day as well, guys, the 3-day bear div was there as well. And most recently, guys, we were looking at that weekly red dot, right? This is not really a shocker that we're getting this move down, right? We were looking at this. We've looked at this red dot for a couple of weeks now, right? Like probably 3 weeks, saying, hey, that VWAP's working its way down, waiting for that red dot. If we're going to get a big move down, it's likely going to happen on that weekly red dot. Here it is, especially with the accompanying of the bearish divergences on the higher daily time frames. That altogether does indicate a move down, right? But, you're thinking like, well, how do you know how severe it's going to be, right? Well, I wouldn't think it's going to be that severe until you break this key level. Now, we have opened up the door for much more downside. If we cannot reclaim this level at $21,400, which is our macro value area high all the way back here, if we cannot reclaim that level, guys, we have unfortunately opened up the door to much more downside. Pulling up our VPVR, right? Let's take a look. Now, we have been saying this as well, right? You have a good amount of support here, right? You have this little previous area of consolidation. You guys will know, we typically do grab our volume profile, fixed range. We'll pull a little bit of a local range here. Let me go ahead and unextend this from the right. Right, so you have this little previous area of consolidation, and that value area high POC and value area low of that range is likely going to act as support, and that is likely, you can see that the 8-hour candle right now is, the body of that candle is right on the POC. Obviously, if we zoom in, that will change a bit, but I got that. I see you in there, Mr. J. I'm gonna read that in a second. You got me dying over here, bro. Right, we're looking at that previous area consolidation. We know that is going to create volume. You could see that high volume node here. Let me zoom out a little bit more, actually. So you do have a decent bit of, there you go, right? You do have a decent bit of volume here, but again, because we're below that value area high, we've now opened the door to more downside, guys. And again, shout out to anybody who's been watching the streams lately. Like, listen, we're not always this accurate. We're wrong sometimes. Like, I got stopped out of a long position today, guys. Like, that is part of the game. But like, this is stuff we've been looking for, and for the past couple weeks, guys, like, this stuff has just been respected. So now the next major key level, guys, we have a bunch of stuff to look at today, right? Thank God, because sometimes things get boring, guys, and the Hell's Gate is open. Let's go. Shout out to Phazian. Chemistry bro in the chat. What is going on? Chemistry bro goes, no, close the door. Oh God, I don't know who's on TikTok here, but open the door. Anyway, let's see. Shout out to Mr. J. Thank you for that 1999 super chat. He says, notice me, senpai. Notice me. Notice me, senpai. Notice me. Shout out to Mr. J. Let's go, bro. Who gets that reference? Let me know if you guys know what Notice Me, senpai is from. Shout out to you, man. Dave Digital said, anybody been watching the streams lately? Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Lucho. Lucho, dude, you're a day early, bro. Lucho's here to he's doing reconnaissance. He's doing recon he's doing recon for the giveaway. So he's trying to figure out how to rig the giveaway. Shout out to Lucho, bro. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Shout out to Supa Inca. Says, Frankie, nothing's ever boring with you, sir. Shout out to Supa Inca. I appreciate that, bro. Crypto Anon is in the house, guys. Shout out to Crypto Anon. What is going on, brother? But continuing on here, guys, I do want to show you one more thing. Now, right, we see why we came down, right? We've been talking about this stuff. The writing was on the wall. Doesn't mean that it had to play out, but we knew that it was a pretty good chance it could play out, right? So those are the things we were looking at. I like to go back and explain these things to you guys so you can see these too, right? So I don't want to keep you a slave to my TA. I don't want to keep you a slave to my channel. I want you to watch my channel, but I don't want you to be reliant on it, right? I want to teach you. My goal is to teach you to be self-sufficient. I want to give you the fishing pole. I want to point you to where all the fish are, but I want you to go catch the fish, right? Because if I go catch the fish for you, how are you going to know my little technique when I pull the bait up to make it look like it's a living bait, right? How are you going to figure that out? You got to try it and learn it yourself, right? So that is basically what I try to do here on this channel, guys. That's why I go back and show you guys why we expect these things to happen, so you can see them as well. But let's go ahead and now let's talk about the key levels underneath us that we need to be aware of, because we've already cracked our key level to the downside, unfortunately, guys. So the next level, right? And then again, you also, another reason this was important was the fact that it was our pre-FTX level. This was not what we wanted to break below, right? But obviously, we do have a bit of volume here that could kind of give us a little bit of a ranging down here. However, let's go ahead and pull up our CME gap indicator, guys. Looking at I have no affiliation with this. This is a free indicator. Anybody can find this on YouTube. Anyone can find this on TradingView. I don't know. It's made by this guy, Anchi 1991. You just search CME. It's CME Gap BTC. Click on it, and it puts the CME gaps on your chart. And you can see right here, we do have that $19,500 CME gap coming in right here. Right, so let me go ahead and draw a line right there for you. And not only do we have that CME gap, right, guys, price loves to come down and tap the CME gaps. I think I forget the statistic. It's like 95% of all CME gaps eventually get filled, and 70% of CME gaps get filled within a week or two, something like that. We are obviously on our way to potentially go fill that gap. We are actually in it right now, but it comes down all the way to $19,500. But not only that, guys, that does get us very, very close to what I would say is our next most important level of support. And I'm going to draw this as a pretty wide box, right? So this purple box, guys, this purple box is going to be the next major level of support, right? And the reason for that is, I bet you guys can guess. If I gave you 30 seconds to guess, you're going to be like, wait, I think I know. It's because, guys, look at the gap, right? Look at the volume gap underneath us. And again, if you watch the channel, your mouth should be watering right now, right? Because you know, if we get down to this level here, right, we're already pretty close. It's felt really far away. This 19.2 felt really far away even yesterday when we looked at it. But if we come down to this level, guys, and we cannot hold this high volume node, and we wind up losing this purple box, nothing but air underneath us, right? So likely it will result in a quick move all the way down to your POC, which is your next high volume node, because we know when you lose a high volume node, price will naturally seek out the next highest volume node, which happens to be this point of control coming in down here at about $16,800, right? People saying, this guy's calling for 16K. He's a crazy man. Listen, I could be wrong. We may not get there, right? But I will tell you this, if we break that purple box, it's very likely we're going to come down to that level. Doesn't mean 100% we're going to come down there. It's too early to tell. But if tomorrow, if we're below this purple box and we can't get back above, I would very confidently call for that $16,800 level, right? And it's just the physics of the volume profile, right? It's going to hunt out that high volume node, right? And so that is going to be the most important level to the downside if we make it all the way down there, right? And that does come in between about $19,500 and about $18,800, right? So that is going to be the next absolute key level we need to be watching. And if you go ahead and pull a little bit of a fixed range volume profile or a local fixed range volume profile from all the way back here, you could see that $19,200 level is also a previous point of control from a previous area of consolidation. You guys will know we've been talking about this a lot. Finding previous areas of consolidation, pulling our volume, finding out where the value area high, POC, and value area low of that range is, because we know that when price, again, leaves one value area, it will likely either leave that value area and create another one, or it will just go hunt out the next closest value area, either up or down, depending on which way you're going, right? So that is basically what is going to happen most likely. And again, that is another reason why this would be a very, very strong level, because you can see the value area low is right at that purple bottom of the purple box. Your POC is right here in the middle, coming in at that $19,200 level. So we lose that 19.2 definitively, and we can't get back above that purple box. That's where you're expecting that $16,800 level. And it seems far away right now, but if we get a dump, guys, it could come very, very quickly because of that gap. So that is, again, the most important level of support. First level we could potentially get a bounce is that 19.5, right? But if we don't hold that, you don't want to be playing around inside this purple box, because if you don't get that quick move up, you're likely going to teleport down here to the 16,000s, right? So those are the next major key levels, guys. Let's go ahead and pull up our indicators. and to see what they are giving us, right? Coming on over to the daily, VWAP was working its way up for that green dot, right? Again, one of the reasons why I was willing to hold my long position was because that VWAP was coming up. We are now getting a harsh rejection from that zero line, obviously, as we get that big rejection. Shout out to Adils Hussein. Shout out to you, man. Said, Frankie, can you pull a fixed range volume profile on the USDT chart from May 8th, 2022 till now? We're touching the value area high, and it's been working nicely for me. Adil, yes, we will go ahead and do that in just a second. Let's see. Okay, let's continue on. But yeah, daily not looking too good. We need that VWAP to come up, right? Money flow also coming out as well. And then, guys, that 3-day and 2-day, or 2-day was coming up, but that 3-day money flow was also coming out. VWAP sticking straight down. 4-day VWAP sticking straight down. 5-day VWAP sticking straight down. Money flow starting to get rejected. Not a good look, guys. That 4-hour money flow is brutal to the downside. Just straight down. Absolute travesty. Absolute travesty. But you can see, guys, also these yellow X's don't lie. Shout out to Thesis himself. Don't tell him we said this, but they work, guys. These yellow X's are insane, right? The first, I was going to put this in the Discord, but I actually wound up not doing it. But I was going to say, like, seeing this yellow X bringing us down into this blue box, it's like, hey, all we need, we know the first 2 yellow X's, The first 2 yellow X's, guys, are typically the 2 that bring you down the most, and then that 3rd, that 4th, that 5th, that sometimes even 6th yellow X could indicate seller exhaustion. But we got that 1 yellow X, and then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, listen, all we need is that little state. These yellow X's often come in 2s, right? So when you get that yellow X, I was saying, man, all we need is that 2nd yellow X to pop up, and we are going to smash through that support level. And that there you go. There is that 2nd yellow X. Not the best look. Your 2-hour, absolutely. I mean, you're super oversold here. You want to remember that, but it doesn't mean that you can't come lower. That's one common misconception that beginners make, guys. Oh, no. Oh, dang. Thesis is still in here. Sorry, bro. Sorry. But you can remain oversold for a period of time, guys. It doesn't, just because you're oversold does not mean you're going to get an instant bounce to the upside. It is a good way to gauge, when you might get a bounce, but a lot of people take that as gospel, like, oh my God, we're oversold, buy, and just wait for the RSI to go up. It's not that easy. You can remain oversold as you come even deeper down, so just remember that, but it is worth noting you are a bit oversold here, or decently oversold. VWAP is curving back up on that 2-hour time frame. Money flow still looking nasty. 4-hour VWAP straight down, money flow nasty. Looking at the 1-hour, green dot is confirmed. Probably not going to give you the biggest move to the upside. All the bullish divergences have been absolutely invalidated at this point, guys. It is not until I start seeing money flow and momentum starting to curve back to the upside where I would expect a decent move up. Now, unfortunately, obviously, I just told you guys that I accidentally took all my profits on this short down here when I wanted to take partial profits. So I am not in a short right now, unfortunately. But as of right now, guys, I will tell you one thing I'm not going to do. I am not going to FOMO into short right here. I would much rather, and I mean much rather wait for a retracement. So kind of some levels I would look at for a retracement would be, let me spawn these levels one more time. There we go, right? It would be, right? We broke below that value area high. If we can get a move back up, I don't know if we'll get a move all the way back up there. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to wind up getting that move up. Let me actually get the level that we want. What is, this is this, let me get rid of this CME gap. Boom. Okay. All right. So if we get a move, we're now below the value area high. Now, I don't know if we're going to get that move all the way back up, but if we are able to get the, boom, there we go. If we're able to get that move and get a decent pump here, guys, a big level to bearishly retest will be, oh, this is the POC, right? I would look for a potential bearish retest of the previous point of control of our previous range right here. That's where I got this level. It is the point of control right here of that previous range. I will be looking for a bearish retest of that POC before a potential bigger move to the downside. I would draw this as a box because you could come up and test that value area low as well. So I would look for some bearish rejections. If we do get a bounce, I would look for a potential bounce into this area for a potential rejection back to the downside. And then if we get a bigger move up, right, maybe we can get above this, I would look for a potential rejection here because you may come up to make a lower high here. And I don't know this. I think if we're ever going to be wrong on guessing where the golden pockets are, guys, I think this is probably going to be it. But if you pull your local golden pocket, I wonder if we can get it somewhere near here. I don't do this. You can't make it up. Whatever. I mean, it's also not that magical, right? Like, you can kind of see where that's going to line up. But this would be another level, right? Either come up, retest that previous range's POC/value area low. If we break that level, this would also be a very, very good spot to be looking for some short entries. And then maybe if you could catch a long position down here, if you can get your confirmations. I don't think there's really any super, super key levels here, but we could take a look. But if we do get that move up, don't reject this level. I would look for a rejection because not only would you be coming up to bearishly retest, right? Because I always say when you break below the value area high and can't get back above it, right? So we may come back up and try to fight back above that value area high, but if we can't get above, that's where you'll get the move back down. So I would look for the bearish retest here, not only because it's the value area high of the macro range, but also it's your local golden pocket of this first impulsive move down. And you have look at all the confluence you have in there, right? You got the other value area low of this this other range up here. You have a 786 up there. So this blue box is going to be a big level to be looking for some potential lower highs to come in. So that is what I would be looking for right now. Not FOMOing into shorts here, right? And if I don't FOMO into a short here and it nukes again, I'm sitting on my hands, guys. I missed the move. It's okay. I'm not tripping. I'll catch the bounce up, or I'll catch it on a retrace, get into the short, and ride it down, right? So I am not entering a short position until we get a retrace. I am not FOMOing in. However, if we do get that retracement, right, and we come up into that golden pocket, and we wind up getting back below that value, or we reject that level and get accepted back into this value area low, this value area, I should say, that is where I think we could really start moving through this this low volume, right? So you'll probably fly through here, and then you'll probably fly through here down to your POC. Could make for a very, very nice short. But again, I would look for a bounce off that night. That first place, I would look for a strong, strong bounce. Even if we do get a rejection up here, we get a little bounce here, rejected here, come down here. 19.2 is going to be a pretty strong level, so I would expect some bounces there. And then that is like, this was our last resort level, right? Like that value area high was like, guys, we get accepted back into this value area. This is like the make or break level. And then if we get accepted back in here, we accept it, right? We're like, okay, we're going down, whatever. But then again, this $19,200 level is going to be our next make or break moment or make or break level, because if we break that, you're going to fly through the low volume gap. And again, indicators are, I'm not seeing crazy bullish divergences starting to form, right? I'm not seeing, hey, we took a big dump, but now we're starting to get money flow coming back up. Now we're starting to get bull divs forming on the medium hourly time frames, right? Like, I'm not seeing that right now. So I would be very cautious. Actually, if we come down to the lower time frames, I would, what does that look like, guys? What does that look like? I bet this is textbook enough for TradingView probably to understand exactly what this is, right? So we'll go to patterns, and what does it look like? Yep, that's right. It looks like a bear pennant, right? So bearish pennant, I bet you, will TradingView actually sense this? Maybe not on this time frame. I'm sure it'll catch it on one of them. Oh, come on, TradingView, come on. All right, well, we'll have to draw this one ourselves, guys. This looks 100% to me. It doesn't mean that it's 100% going to break down, but this definitely looks like some bearish consolidation to me. Right, go ahead and grab your trend lines. What do we got? That looks like a bear pennant to me. I don't know about you, but that looks like a bear pennant to me. These do break down more than they break up. So something to watch, right? These are bearish continuation patterns. Bearish consolidation, continuation, right? So I would be watching for a potential further breakdown that could bring us down to that $19,500 level where we have that CME gap. Let's see. I just want to get these super chats. Let's see. Oh, yeah, a deal. We'll take a look at that right now. Shout out to Indiana Candle, says my mouth and pants are watering. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Let's go. Maybe a little too much information there, but hey, hey. I don't want to speak for the Candle Mafia. Maybe they wanted to know. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Thank you for that, bro. Shout out to Hannah King. Said, Frankie, just a reminder, the jobs report is coming out tomorrow. Yes, guys, you want to be aware of that. Hannah, do you know exactly what time? I'm not sure what time. I got to check. But yeah, if you do, Hannah, let the Candle Mafia know what time that's coming out if you're aware. But yeah, guys, you want to be careful about that. That could add some volatility into the market, so be prepared for that tomorrow. Vincent says, yo, Frankie, is there anything positive that you see today? LMAO. Vincent, not really. I'll be honest. We can come down to a lower time frame. Money flow on your 3-minute is coming up. So maybe you get a little short-term bounce here, but it's the 3-minute. So there you go. Money flow coming up in your 3-hour. That's the only positive thing I see. I'll be honest. 5-minute money flow is coming up as well. But yeah, like even coming into the 15-minute, it's coming up a little bit, but your VWAPs are all locked and loaded, ready to come back down. So not impossible to get a bounce here, guys, but I will say just like overall, I am not expecting, if we do get a bounce up, again, I would be looking for those bearish rejections that we just looked over. So yeah. And then, yeah, you see this one. TradingView thought this was a bear pennant. I saw this as a flag. But whatever. Yeah, shout out to Vincent. Shout out to Hannah. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any other super chats. I did not. And let's go ahead and see. Okay, so without further ado, guys, how long we've been going for? About perfect timing, baby. We got this down pat. How many people we got in here, guys? Shout out to the 1,444 people in the stream right now, guys. I can't really see the likes. I can only see the first number. It's a 4. We got 400 and something likes. Smash that like button. If we get 1,250 likes on today's live stream, we will add either 20 spins to the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure, or I will just give away something cool. We always give away crypto, but I will add something cool like a piece of merch or a free month of the premium membership. Or maybe, Kelly said maybe I should give away something for my birthday, for his birthday. Maybe, Kelly, because I think we were supposed to give away a BitLab Trading Suite subscription, but I don't think anyone claimed it. They won, but they never claimed it. So maybe Kelly, if he wants to give away another thing, no pressure, but if he wants to, he said he wants to give something away, maybe we'll make that the giveaway. If we hit 1,250 likes, and I just saw it flick up to 5, so I guess you guys are hitting the like button. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate all the love. But without further ado, let's pull up the USDT chart before we jump into the altcoins. And I do want to take a look at this for a deal because he did, let's see. The USDT, like just the USDT chart, or is it you want the USDT dominance? Let me know, a deal. If you could just clarify real quick, because I don't want to look at the wrong thing and waste time. A deal, let me know if you want just the USDT chart, the market cap chart, or the USDT dominance chart. And then mods, if you see his answer, please highlight my name and let me know what he said, because I don't want to waste time. I want to make sure we look at the right thing. Hey, Tyler Durden in the chat. Tyler Durden, what is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. And speaking of the link that he just posted, guys, if you did not watch our pre-record from yesterday, it was the best Lux Algo settings and my custom setup for my Lux Algo settings. It's like an OP setup, guys. It's an OP setup, so definitely go check that out, and it will be the video, one of the videos where you need to like and comment on to get entered into the giveaway. I highly recommend you watch the video, but I can't lie to you guys. I can't track that, right? But I highly recommend you look at it. It's valuable, especially if you're using Lux Algo. I think it could definitely help you guys out. And don't forget, for a limited time only, if you use our link in the description down below for Lux Algo and you use the coupon code Frankie30, we already have a 25% discount, but Lux Algo gave us a limited discount, additional discount for you guys, so it turns our 25% discount into a 30% discount. So now you could try Lux Algo for 30% off for 30 days, risk-free. If you don't like it, you can get all your money back. So go check that out. Watch that video. See if you're interested. Maybe you hate it. Who knows? But go check that out, guys. At least go ahead and drop that comment in the like so you get entered into the giveaway. Hey, Frankie, the OP setup. Shout out to Wesley. Let's go. We can track if you watch, so do it or else. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Hey, I didn't even know we could, but Tyler's got his ways, so I don't know. You don't want to get on Tyler's bad side. Let's go to shout out to Tyler. All right, let's continue on here, guys, while we're waiting for a deal to clear up exactly what he wants. Oh, Adil Hussein says, top first one, normal USDT. Boom. This one, gotcha. Oh, that's the market cap, though, the first one. USDT. First one is, he's probably talking, yeah, maybe he is talking about the, Yeah. All right. I'll let you guys clear that up. Oh yeah, I'll let Tyler just clear up if you could see what Adil said. Just clear up what he said, so I know for a fact what he wants to see. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY top one. Okay. So the market cap. Okay. Let's see. This is such a weird chart. Okay, so he said pull it from, what do you say, May 8th? Let's see. All right, so he said pull it from May 8th, 2022 till now. Adil, stop me if we're looking at the wrong thing. May 8th, 2022. May 8th, 2022 to current. Okay, we are out of the value area. Whoops. We are out of the value area. Interesting. I don't think I've ever used a volume profile on USDT market cap, but let's see. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is. Yeah, we are out of the value area. Let's see. From the 8th, bada boom. Okay, yeah, we are out of that value area. Are we going to get sucked back in? Who knows? But yeah, it's kind of, sometimes it's hard to look at what people ask. Like when someone asks to look at something, it's very, very hard. But yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know really what I can take away from this, to be 100% honest with you. We're out of the value area, but you know, this chart is just so funky. I don't know. He says he has good luck, pretty good luck with this, but I don't know exactly how these are really respected on a market cap chart like this. But it is still respected somewhat. Oh, look at it with normal candles. Yeah, this chart is like wonked out. Interesting. Yeah, shout out to Adil. I don't know how, I mean, what I see here on the daily is a big bearish divergence. That is for sure, which would indicate potential fall off on USDT market cap, which could potentially, looking at USDT market cap right now, isn't going to be that useful in my opinion. All the Binance and BUSD FUD that has been lots of BUSD that has been just been getting converted into USDT recently. Interesting. That is a really good point. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. A lot of people swapping from other stablecoins into USDT would shoot the market cap up, which may give you a little bit of a mixed signal. But yeah, shout out to Adil. I'm sorry, bro. I feel like that was kind of butchered TA on that, but I don't know exactly what you're looking at, but I always try to at least try to look at things for you guys. Shout out to Adil. I appreciate you, bro. You always show support, so shout out to you, man. But let's go ahead and continue on here. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Tom said he said BTC USD. Is that really what he meant? I don't think so. But anyway, let's move on, guys. I want to take a look at the DXY because this was another thing, guys. This was another thing we were looking at. Remember yesterday and maybe the day, but no, I don't think it was yesterday, the day before. Yeah, we got pretty close to our next key level here. Are we going to see this thing continue up to our next key level at about 106,243? Potentially. Oh my God! Shout out to Moonman. Yeah, shout out to anybody in the morning, the BitBoy Crypto morning stream, guys. That computer, that was a nightmare. That computer was broken. I almost was like, I can't do this. I was just gonna talk to you guys because the computer was like, I would move, and then like literally 30 seconds later, the computer would react to what I did. Absolute disaster. I'm actually going to have to try to fix that tomorrow because I can't do the TA if the computer's like that. But yeah, we'll try to figure it out for tomorrow's show. That's pretty funny. Shout out to you, man. I love you too, Adil. I love you too, bro. Sorry if that was not what you were looking for. But I always try. But let's continue on here. You know, this USDT, the DXY we are looking for that move into our next key level, guys. And again, we saw that daily bullish divergence. You know, I'm not going to go over this. We go over this all the time. But basically, guys, we saw these bullish divergences forming on the daily time frame. So we knew it was likely to get a bounce off of our key level here, that 786 at 101,370. We knew it was going to be likely to get that move up into our golden pocket. And then we said, listen, if we could crack that golden pocket, flip it to support, that's where we're likely going to get this move up here, which could indicate a bigger move down for Bitcoin. And it takes time to play out, guys, but where are we right now? Almost perfect. I'm actually shocked this has not mooned up through this level yet. I was expecting this to be at that level, to be 100% honest with you. Aris Z says, you are the man, Frankie. Love you from Greece. Hey, shout out to Greece. Let's go. Tony D is a fellow Greek, so shout out to Greece. Shout out to Aris Z. And no, bro, you're the man. You are the man, not me. I'm just a crazy guy screaming on YouTube. Excuse me. Shout out to you, though, bro. I appreciate you. Where's Billy? Billy doesn't love us anymore. I'm just kidding, guys. Billy loves us. I'm just joking. He's probably busy. He's got a lot going on. He's got a life, too. Let's see. The Crypto Reaper said, basement, we're blaming all your lines on here. What, for the computer lagging? I don't know if I misread that. But let's go ahead and see what we got going on. So DXY creeping up towards our next key level, guys. The SPY, guys. Again, you guys will remember, this was our key level we were looking at for the SPY for a potential bounce to bullishly retest our trend line, which still could be in play here. But we were looking to potentially come down and retest this, bullishly retest this trend line that we broke out of for a potential move to the upside. We also have this point of control from this area of consolidation here. So that kind of made it, gave us good confluence at that level. Shout out to Randy. Welcome to the Hitmen. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. As we break below this level, this was kind of a key level, that blue box for the SPY, so we can't get back above here, similar to Bitcoin. That does open up. I would say once we break below that trend line, that opens up some more downside for the SPY. Next big level I would be watching is the top of this golden pocket at 381.58. So we'll have to see what happens. Likely you will get some form of reaction off of these levels, but we'll see if we can make it down, back down to that golden pocket. And that is the SPY, guys. Probably just looking, let's see, on, red dot printing on the daily on Market Cypher. Not looking the best. Money flow continually coming out here. Not looking the best, but hey, not too much of a shocker as we are getting a big move down, for Bitcoin at least. Obviously, Fib Crew, shout out to Enzo Mining. Let's go. Hey, shout out CandleMafia Hit Squad, new member. Let's go. Shout out to Andy D. But let's see. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Billy, get to the chopper. Let's go. Shout out to Indiana Candles. Guys, you know what time it is. It is about time to start taking a look at those altcoins. So go ahead and throw your altcoin requests in the chat as we start to take a look at Ethereum, or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. We'll start on Ethereum, the queen altcoin. And while we are looking at that, go ahead and throw your altcoin requests in the chat. Rob, the crypto snob, actually, oh, there he is. Rob is here. Shout out to Rob. Rob will count up all the votes and get him in here so we'll know what we're looking at. Let's see. Alter getting wrecked. Guys, listen. What were we talking about all last week, all this week? More last week and the week before. Guys, a lot of the altcoins are getting red dots on the weekly. The altcoins are getting red dots on the weekly. It takes time to play out, but look at ever since those red dots on the weekly, guys, down. Dogecoin, weekly red dot, right? Weekly red dot on Dogecoin, down, right? We could just measure these, right? Weekly red dot on Dogecoin, down 26%. Litecoin, weekly red dot confirmed all the way back here, 23%. Dot, red dot on the weekly, right here, down 23%. FTM, weekly red dot confirmed, down 35%. Are you seeing a trend here? Those weekly red dots on the altcoins are never a good sign, guys. And the one funny thing here, guys, like one of the only altcoins holding its head above water, well, I guess it did dump, but the one altcoin that was actually doing pretty good was XRP. And the thing about XRP was that it was getting a blood diamond on the weekly. And you could see here, right? It's actually really, really funny. You confirm that red dot, and I bet XRP is down the least since it printed this red dot on the weekly. 8%, right? Like the one thing with a weekly red dot, weekly blood diamond, like played out the least, right? Super, super interesting. But don't forget about that blood diamond on the weekly for XRP, guys. It could still play out. All right, I see you guys. I see you guys with the, there we go. There we go. All good to buy and hodl on. Let's go. Shout out to G-Man in the chat. What is going on, bro? Shout out to you, man. Learning. What is going on? Learning in the chat. Cozy Babe, Fazian. What's going on, bro? Shout out to you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum, guys. I just wanted to show you, right? Like we've been talking about those weekly red dots on the altcoins. Could it be foreshadowing what's going to happen for Bitcoin? Are the alts going to dump? We're getting the move down, right? But let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum here. Did we break our key level? That red line that we were looking at? If we did break that red line that we were looking at, what happened to it? Let's go down to the micro time frames and zoom in to see what happened. Now I want to take a look at this level, guys. I don't mean to be all smiley and giddy that we're dumping, but I do like this because it's a teachable moment for I almost said, I guess the Bit Squad's probably in here too, but if you're in my stream from the Bit Squad, are you CandleMafia while you're on my stream and then Bit Squad while you're in Ben's stream? Or are you just CandleMafia both ways, or are you just Bit Squad both ways? I don't know how that works. But I want to take a look at this key level here, guys. We had this line in red, right? And it was key. We labeled this key. We've been looking at this for a while because we knew if we broke this level, we would likely get a big move to the downside. And you could see that, right, we were kind of, right, bing-bonging around, ranging, little move down. Ranging, little move down, right? But what happens when we lose that red key level? It's not too pretty, right? As soon as you lose that red level, soon as we lose this red, absolute teleportation to the downside. Absolute dump. That's why this level was red. That's why this level is key. And I know a lot of people are probably like, well, how do you find these key levels? Like, how did you get that secret level? How did you know that that secret level, if broken, was going to make a big move to the downside? It's not my crystal ball. It's not my absolutely unmatched mathematical genius. It's not the fact that I can easily do 2 plus 3 in my head without thinking about it. Ask me. 5. I didn't even think about it. I just knew it. 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 2, 9. Easy. 2 plus 6, 11. Easy. It's not my unmatched mathematical skills, guys. I'm just kidding, guys. But it's the fact. I show this on my stream, guys, because I want to teach the CandleMafia how to do this. Maybe it's a bad strategy for the YouTube channel, but I don't care. I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. We knew that this was going to be a big move down once we broke that red line, guys, because if you zoom in, we knew that red line opened up the door to the massive fall off in volume, right? We knew once you break this level, you got this massive volume gap, and it may not even be played out all the way just yet. We could potentially get an entire move down through this low volume gap, right? But we do have some intermediate levels here. But I do just want to point out, how did I know that was a key level? How did I know we would dump right as we lost that level? It's because of the volume profile tool. And again, just to make it extremely clear, right? This isn't just, right? As soon as that level was broken, straight dump. Absolute free fall. And again, that's how we found the level. This is not because we're magic. Again, not because my unmatched mathematical skills. 2 plus 6, 42. Easy, guys. Easy. I'm so good at math. Anyway, really, that is, all jokes aside, that is how we found it, right? And that is how we knew. And the joke here is you don't need to be a math wizard. Even if you thought 5 plus 6 is 46, it's okay. You could still find these low volume gaps and still make money trading the Bitcoin and crypto markets, whether the price is going up or down, guys. So, again, we do have intermediate levels, which I believe we've lost, essentially, right? So we had this little blue box here, right? So we expected to get kind of caught up on this blue box if we were going to have any support at all. And we are now sitting here making a bear pennant, right? Looking like kind of similar to Bitcoin, right? Just a little bit of bearish consolidation, right? Just good old BC, bearish consolidation, right? Not to be confused with bullish consolidation, which is BC. Anyway, if we lose this level, guys, that is, that was the one level we had kind of holding us up. But if we lose this level, we do have, zoom out to a little bit of a lower time frame or bigger time frame here. You can see if we can't hold these levels, we will likely be grinding our way down to the next significant level of support, which doesn't really come in, honestly. 1388 going to be a pretty decent level, right? 1360. But really, once you come to this blue box, that is going to be where your massive, massive high volume node is. That is going to be where most of your it's where most of your volume is for this given range. It is the POC of this fixed range volume profile. If you pull it all the way from July 2022, it is your point of control. So we would expect price to get a decent bounce off of that, but we are still expecting price to eventually move down to the value area low, but I would expect some support at that POC. Really, what I would like to do here is I'm actually going to delete all the TA and just draw the fixed range volume profile real quick from, let's pull it from here to here, just so you can see it a little bit better, right? Because I think it actually does a better job than the visible range volume profile. You can see, right? We are now back below the value area low or value area high, right? So just like on Bitcoin, right? And you did have the bearish divergences here as well, letting you know you were going to come down, but we're back below that value area high, guys, and that is meaning that most likely we are going to get accepted back into the value area, which is essentially happening right now, and because of that, we are expecting to eventually move down to our value area low of the range, which is coming in at 1159 or 1160, and again, you could see this gap, right? What happened last time we broke this level? Flew through the gap, came to the POC. What happened when we came back up? Flew through the gap, teleportation to the value area high. What happened when we broke the level again? Teleportation through the gap to the POC and the value area low. What happened when we got support or broke this POC? Absolute teleportation to the value area high. And then now we are breaking back below the value area low. So we may start to see that teleportation back down to the POC coming in at 1326. So that is, this is just a little bit of a cleaner way to look at it. That is going to be your key level to watch to the downside for your first bounce before potentially making a higher low, right? So maybe it looks something like this. You get the move down, higher low, and then you get the move down to your value area low. Let me pull that. There we go. So this is just kind of a more messy way to look at it because there's way more levels here, ranges and all that good stuff. But that's essentially all you're looking at. It's all volume profile, guys. All right, let's see. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. The altcoins for tonight are ETH, XRP. All right, there we go. So we just looked at ETH, guys. And again, as far as the indicators go, this does look very similar. Daily VWAP getting rejected at that 0 line. So it does look very, very similar to Bitcoin. Again, weekly red dot printing. Nobody ever wants to trust this stuff. And I always feel like the crazy person, but it just takes time to play out. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. There is Ethereum and kind of what I would be looking at and some key levels that I will be looking at. Taking a look at XRP. Let's see. Where's Tony? Shout out to Cozy Babe. Hey, Tony, you better show yourself or Cozy Babe's going to throw a fit. Last time Cozy Babe threw a fit, it was a mess. We had to, we had to fix a bunch of stuff. And listen, we don't want to piss off Cozy Babe again. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm making all this up. But Tony, show your face because we love Cozy Babe and we don't want to piss him off. So show your face. These people want to see you. Tony, people wanted to meet Tony D last night at the meetup, which is super cool, guys. I signed somebody's calf. I want to get into the TA. I don't want to get on a tangent, but we're going to cover that. I signed somebody's calf, and I was like, let me do some TA on your calf, and I swear to God, guys, he had a bullish divergence on his calf. I didn't make it up. He literally had a higher low on his muscles, on his calf, and there was a bullish divergence, so I did the TA on his calf, and then I signed it. First time I ever did TA on a calf. Tony D, hello, here I am. That was a little weird and creepy and robotic. Tony, blink twice if you're being held hostage. GRT, shout out to Tyler Rayburn. Yeah, we'll try to take a look at GRT, brother. You're not crazy. You're just different. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. XRP is not my religion. Shout out to Rockstar. Okay, here we go. It is some people's religion for sure. But let's go ahead and see here. 4 hour, let's see, VWAP coming straight down, money flow crossing back over into the red. Really the big thing to keep an eye on here is that weekly blood diamond, guys. Gonna be probably the most important thing to look at. This could wind up the last weekly blood diamond we had on XRP. Gave us an absolute meltdown of about 64%. Not saying this is going to bring us down another 64%, but it could wind up being pretty ugly. 64% would bring you back down to this macro value area low So, hey, I mean, if this thing is going to come double bottom, it might make sense to for that blood diamond to bring you down there. But I'm not expecting it to play out as brutally as this one. I will say that. Because your money flow is not crossing into the red. It's actually coming up slightly. So I wouldn't expect it to be as dangerous. 6-day money flow coming out. 5-day blood diamond confirmed. 4-day money flow coming back out. Taking a look at your daily red dot. It's a blood diamond, guys. On the daily. On the daily. Come on. Come on. It's on the daily. Daily blood diamond. This is very bearish, guys. Money flow, not only. This is bearish for many reasons, guys. Money flow crossing into the red with the VWAP at the exact same time with the red dot. That's bearish enough, right? On top of that, you're printing that blood diamond. Bearish confirmation, 2 or 3, right? You're coming up to your value area high of this random range of candles. I'll pull some better levels in a minute. Well, actually, this would be I'm going to pull this fixed range here, right? And then I'm going to get rid of the visible range to clean things up, right? So here you go. These are kind of the levels I would look at. I think we gave these levels recently. You got your value area low, value area high, value area low, and your POC right there in the middle. So these are going to be important on the lower time frames, but daily is looking bearish for sure. And again, daily blood diamond, like what else to kick off a massive dump or a big move to the downside based off a weekly blood diamond? Like what is better to accompany a confirmed blood diamond on the weekly than a daily blood diamond? I don't think there's anything better to accompany that to the downside, right? So daily looking bearish. Oh, God. Money flow coming back out on your 16-hour. VWAP below the 0 line. Red dot confirmed. That is a bearish look. 12-hour. Red dot printing. They're likely going to have some more downside here for XRP. Checking that 4-hour VWAP starting to round back up, but your money flow is crossing back over into the red. Send it down, baby. Shout out to Crypto Main. Goodbye, XRP. Let's go. Let's see. I'll give you the number for the value area low of this range is 35 cents. Shout out to William Carey. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, VWAP's starting to round off there on your 4-hour, but again, with your money flow crossing back into the red, it is not a good look. 2-hour VWAP coming back up, money flow crossing into the red. Again, money flow looking pretty bad, even though your VWAPs are bouncing up. So kind of what I would expect here, guys, is a potential lower high to come in, and you know where we like to get those lower highs to come in at. It is those local golden pockets. Maybe we get a little bounce up and we reject that local golden pocket or that 786 fib level before coming down lower to potentially test our value area low. So that is kind of what I would look for. If we do get a bounce, I'd look at this. Let's draw it as a box right here. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Right there. Boom. So I'd watch this purple box for a potential rejection to the downside. So that is basically what I would be looking for on XRP. Your 1-hour, right? 1-hour green, double green dot is printing. Well, but you're getting a red candle here. Probably looking like some bearish consolidation. Yes, it is. But yeah, your 1-hour is printing that green dot. Maybe it gives you a bounce. Again, though, money flow crossing into the red. Definitely a bearish look. 90-minute money flow actually not in the red or coming out, kind of just sitting flat. Money flow looks like it's about to get rejected on that 45-minute. Once you print that red dot and confirm it, may drag your money flow a bit deeper. Let's see. 30-minute, looking for the red dot as well. Interesting. Let me just pull this. Let me pull this local fib here real quick, guys. Let me just pull it from here to here, and let me pull it to this low. Interesting. Not what I was looking for, but 30-minute looking for that red dot. Your 15-minute is confirmed that red dot. I mean, it's definitely looking bearish, guys. Now, the next major levels to the downside, again, that I would be looking at for XRP is going to be, let's come to the 4 hours, see if we can find any. Most major levels to the downside. Yeah. Your value area low is going to be that next key level to watch, coming in at about 35 cents even. But other than that, money flow looks bearish. Weekly blood diamond confirmed is very bearish. Daily blood diamond printing, very bearish. So short-term bounce to the upside. Maybe you get a bounce off that golden pocket, right? We come down, tested the 786. Maybe we get a bounce off this level to come in, make a lower high, and that's where you come in and get your move down to your value area low. But Too soon to tell, but definitely leaning bearish on XRP. And just a little bit of a heads up, guys. Probably going to be a little bit of a trend here on the altcoins as far as my sentiment, because a lot of these things will follow each other. So let's go ahead and take a look at Algo. Taking a look at the KuCoin Tether chart. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and crack this Aztecian Cactus Moss Water, guys, real quick. Boom. That was a little shaken up. Aztecian Cactus Moss Water is carbonated, guys. Coming to a 7-Eleven near you. Let's see. What is that diamond indicator? The blood diamond indicator is Market Cipher A. Or it's part of the Market Cipher. Like the Market Cipher suite, right? So if you get Market Cipher, it comes with Market Cipher A and Market Cipher B. Market Cipher A is the thing that we are getting these signals on the candles. This is Market Cipher A, and then down here is Market Cipher B. I use them together. And if you want to sign up for Market Cipher, I do believe we still have our discount code Frankie20 for 20%, or MC Frankie20. Tony, let them know. Let them know. No problem, bro. I got you, Sam Doe TV. I like that avatar. But yeah, I do believe we have a discount in the description down below. If not, Tony will drop it in the chat, and it will save you 20% on Market Cipher, I believe. Tommy Gun, what's good, bro? I am. How about you? Don't know what you're talking about, but shout out to Tommy Gun. Let's get it. Taking a look at Algo here, guys. Not looking very good. I think I think we were looking at Algo the other day, seeing something that was looking pretty dang bearish. I wish I remembered what it was. We make so many videos, guys. We go live so often that it's like impossible for me to remember everything that we look at. But I think we were looking at something. Okay, I guess this is what we were looking at. Okay, so is it? Yeah, I don't remember what we were looking at. Did we have the bit? No. I wish I knew. I remember feeling super bearish on Algo. I wish I knew what it was because it definitely played out. Oh God, maybe we could figure it out. But anyway. Daily money flow is probably that yellow X, to be honest. When did that? We'll look at that in a second. But money flow on that daily is looking as bearish as possible. Shout out to the Biomex that up 10% on ETH and XRP trades on your stream with leverage. Shout out to the Biomex. Didn't we throw money for you already, bro? We're throwing more for Biomex. Shout out to you, bro. Let's get it. All of that fell off camera. Throw another handful. Where is the money going? There's someone smart. My neighbor is like, who's that crazy guy next door that screams and throws money in his little studio there? They probably cut a hole in my roof, and they're in my vents right now, and I throw the money up, and they're just grabbing the money. It's just disappearing. Shout out to the Biomex. Let's go. I don't know where the money's going. This is the last of it. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Shout out to Biomex. Congrats on your gains, bro. Let's get it. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Let's go. But here we are, guys, coming up to some interesting support here. Oh, Frankie, but waving a hand to you, bud. Hey, shout out to Tommy Gun. Hey, Tommy Gun. Hello, sir. Let's go. Okay. Show me the money. Shout out to Wick. Coming down to some interesting levels of support here, guys. We are approaching this 786 fib level. And with that being said, money flow looks as bearish as possible on the daily, but the VWAP is creeping up here. When we close, we did close the daily candle. So yeah, looking for that potential green dot tomorrow, but money flow looking very bearish. Excuse me, but maybe we get a bounce tomorrow because we are up against that 786 coming in at about 19 cents, almost 19 cents exactly. And if we get that green dot, could give us a little bit of a move to the upside before a potential continuation to the downside. Taking a look at your weekly, no blood diamond, but your red dot is printing. I'm surprised this was not a blood diamond, I will be honest with you. That looks like is it on regular candles? Yeah, maybe this is what we were looking at, guys. We got that weekly blood diamond on the regular candles for Algo. I almost said for Lux Algo. Shout out to Lux Algo. But yeah, for Algorand, that weekly blood diamond is a very bearish look. 4-day money flow crossing over into the red. And I believe we had a yellow X somewhere else. That's 16-hour yellow X, guys. Let me go ahead and let me extend this to the right. I want to see something. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly what this level is, but there was a perfect bearish retest, guys. We talk about this a lot on the channel. A lot of times you get a move down, a bounce, and then a bearish rejection with the confirmation of that yellow X gives you that big move to the downside. So the writing was definitely on the wall here, especially with that weekly blood diamond. The power of the weekly blood diamond is insane. And then you can see here, again, perfect bearish retest to the dollar on this level before continuing down. Getting a bounce on your golden pocket. Yellow X number 2. Dumps you, bearish retest on the golden pocket with the confirmation of the yellow X, and then you get the nuke down to your 786. And this is where I would expect some form of a slight bounce. But again, with the way money flow is crossing into the red on a lot of these higher time frames, your 4-day, your 3-day, your 5 days coming back out, and your daily money flow looks super, super bearish. So for that reason, I wouldn't be giving too much. I wouldn't be giving too much weight to. I wouldn't be putting too much weight on those moves to the upside. I would be expecting, even if it is a decent move, if you pull on the daily, if you're looking for more macro levels here, pulling your golden pocket. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Let me pull it. Oops. Let me pull it from. Let me pull the fib all the way from. Let's pull it from here. It's probably a more realistic place to reject from. I don't know if we'll make it all the way up to the POC, but this would be. If you don't come back up, if you get a bounce to put in a lower high, I would look for a potential rejection off your golden pocket. If you make it above there, this would be a saucy level to look for a lower high to come in before a continuation to the downside. So there you go. There's Algorand. Definitely looking a bit more bearish, but again, you want to remember short-term bounces are not impossible, although it's not like I'm getting super bullish confirmations anywhere, but you want to know nothing goes down forever. Bounces are likely. Could put in a slight bullish divergence here on the 3-hour. How's your 4-hour looking? Potential bullish divergence, slight bull div on your 4-hour. Could wind up giving you a little bit of a bounce, but again, just looking to make those lower highs because money flow looks super bearish. So Creighton C says, so long, Algo? Shout out to you, bro. Down we go. Nomad with a guitar. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you, man. Bitcoin's dumping. Oh, no. She's dumping. Oh, baby. Bring her down. Hey, let's go. What do you see, guys? What do you see? Let's go. Hey, let's pull that up real quick. I want to show you guys something. This is, here it is, right? And I only want to show this to you because it's a teachable moment for everybody. What is good? What is good with this? Why is our TA gone? Where's our TA? What's going on? We're on the wrong chart. There we go, guys. Hey, we talked about this for 5 seconds, or we talked about this 5 seconds ago, guys. What is this? This is a dang bear pennant, right? A bearish continuation pattern, right? Does look, right? We came to the apex of that pattern, and a lot of times, guys, price will come down. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, coil up, breakout. So as soon as you get to the apex, that could be where you get the breakdown. It is looking like it's starting to play out like a bear pennant. So there you go. Could be the beginning of that breakout there. So very, very interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe we'll get that. Maybe we'll get this move before the end of the stream. And yeah, maybe we'll be able to look at us, the CandleMafia's geniuses. We knew that was going to happen. Ha ha. I'm just kidding, guys. We don't do that on this channel. Yeah, Cozy Babe says short every rise mode activated. And kind of, yeah, that was kind of when I was talking to the premium Discord earlier today, I was kind of saying that. I was like, guys, listen, I got stopped out of my long. No big deal. And whatever. I got screwed out of my short position from 25K. So I'm not FOMOing in. I am now just patiently waiting for a bounce to the upside to short some lower highs. And as you can see, it is starting to, that bear pennant is starting to move. So here we go. All right, let's go ahead and, Dremula says, where is support for BTC? If you scroll to the beginning of the stream, we went deep into Bitcoin where we looked at all the key levels to the downside. So go check that out and then catch back up over here. Weekly bear div on OP. Somebody said, why am I searching weekly bear div on OP? I'm looking for the ticker like it's going to bring me right there. Good load. Frankie Candles is losing his mind. Taking a look at OP. Weekly bear div, they say. Weekly bear div. Not enough information, at least on this chart. Let's see. The KuCoin chart have more. Maybe he's looking at the RSI. Let's see. Okay. Maybe on the... Yeah, I mean, I guess technically on the RSI, you do have a bear div. Slightly higher highs on your price action with lower highs on your RSI. No, it's hard to see it on market side. There's just simply not enough information. Shout out to this. I'm going to show this. I wasn't going to show this, but I will. So we always talk about, guys, how I don't do signals, and the reason that I don't do signals is very simple. I go over it all the time, so I'm not really going to talk about it. It's just it's not a sustainable way for people to learn and actually become good traders. It's really just I don't know. It's just like, have you ever met somebody who became a millionaire because they joined a signals group and they just buy when someone buys and sells when someone sells? I haven't, and I've met a lot of traders. I've never met someone who hasn't become a successful trader any other way other than hard work and dedication, right? Like, no one's just been like, well, how'd you become a millionaire? Oh, I signed up for a signals group where someone tells me when to buy and when to sell, and I just have to sit on my couch all day and hit buy and sell when they tell me to, and now I'm a millionaire. Think about it, right? Like, have you ever met anybody like that? It's because it doesn't exist. But it doesn't mean that they're useless, right? But they're just not what people think they are. So long story short, guys, I gave Tony as a joke. What was it? I think it was Maker. I gave Tony. Here it is. Yeah. I sent this to Tony. And I said, I sent them the screenshot, right? Because it was looking very, very bearish. And here you go, right? So it was looking super bearish. We were coming up to the value area high. We were putting in bearish divergences. Let me see. I think it was on the 4 hour. Yeah, bearish divergences on the 4 hour. Money flow was starting to come out. So I gave him the signal right here. And I even put hashtag trade signal because I always say hashtag not a trade signal. So as a joke, I sent this to him. And this was the position, right? And he took the trade. But he actually wound up losing the trade, right? And it's not because he's a bad trader. It's because this is why signals don't work, right? This played out beautifully. Tapped our full take profit beautifully. This is like a beautifully executed short, right? But he lost, right? And the reason is because there's much more than knowing if the price is going to go down. I told him, I said, hey, bro, you want a trade signal? Here it is. Maker is very, very likely going to come down. The confirmations are all over the place. I'm not going to get into it, but it was a very, very strong short. And I knew it was going to be very reliable, right? But I was like, here you go. Let's pretend this is a signal and let's see if it works out. He took the short, and then it turned out that he wound up getting stopped out, right? Because a majority of what is hard about trading is the actual managing of your trade. It's not knowing if the price, being right about the price going up or down. Even if the price goes the way you think it's going to go, a lot of times you'll either get scared out of the trade or you'll get stopped out. It is more about the actual strategy and the psychology behind you trading, right? I had this set up and I let it play out and it hit, right? But not everybody has the same psychology, right? So this is like a perfect example of why trade signals don't work. Because actually Tino said it on the stream last night. He said you can have two people and give them a 100% certain trade setup and they'll come back with different results. And it's 100% true. It's exactly what happened here. I took the same setup and gave it to two different people. And I'm not saying that Tony lost it because he's bad and it's always going to work like that. If Tony gave me a signal, he might win the trade and I might lose the trade, right? So I think it was really good what Tino said yesterday, though. You can give two people and say, hey, it's 100% going down. You both have that information, and they'll come back with different. Someone will come back making a lot of money. Someone will come back making a little money. Some people will come back and lose the trade. So just really funny. I thought that was a teachable moment here. But yeah, anyway, going back to OP, weekly bear div is starting to print here. Looking like you're getting a little bit of a bounce here. A little bing bong on the 24-minute. Let's go. Shout out to the 1,035 people still in here, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to tip your boy, you don't have to give me any money. Just hit that like button. But weekly bear div is printing on the RSI for OP. Definitely a bearish look. Let me switch back to the Heikin-Ashi candles. 4 hour red dot is confirmed, but the VWAP looking like it wants to come back up. Looking like potential little bull div here. Not going to lie. Multiple drives here. Right? You got this bull div, lower lows. Then you have a little local lower low with a higher low. Could get a little bounce here. I will say that. OP could get a little bounce here. However, that weekly does look very bearish. Take a look at your 6 hour. I'm going to pull some volume on this whole area. Let's go. There we go. Minimize that. There you go. Yellow X printing on your 6 hour. Guys, bearish. I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah. Tony got scam wicked out. So there you go. You never know. Lick. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, Tony, I don't mean to like rub in the trade. It's like a perfect teachable moment here. And again, I'm not saying Tony lost because he's not a good trader. He doesn't have a good psychology. I'm just saying that's why you can't take. If Tony saw that setup himself, he'd have a higher likelihood of winning it than me showing him what my trade is, right? And I told him to take it as a signal, right? So it's just it just goes to show that there's more to a trade than knowing if the price is going to go up or down. It's actually much more everything in between that, right? It's just a perfect teachable moment. I'm not saying Tony's going to lose every time. I'm just saying it's why signals are typically don't work. So anyway, rub it in. Tape Digital, stop it. Tony is a good trader. I'm kidding. He gave me the signal, guys, and I didn't want to embarrass myself, right? So I actually lost the trade. He won the trade, but he said I could throw him under the bus so I don't look like a loser on YouTube in front of billions of people. We get billions and billions of views, guys. Billions and billions of views. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, he only lost $5. You know why? Good risk management. And so there you go. He didn't get wrecked. It's not like he got wrecked. He got stopped out, right? But yeah, there you go. Shout out to Tony. Frank beats me whenever I get stopped out. You want to be in the CandleMafia? You better not get liquidated. I'm just kidding, guys. Oh, God. Anyway, shout out to Tony D. But anyway, 6 hour yellow X printing, guys. This is bearish, man. This is bearish. But you do have the 4 hour bullish divergence confirmed at your value area low, right? But that yellow X, I do not fight these. They may not exist, thesis. They may not be real, but I definitely don't try to fight them. That is for sure. So that yellow X could easily break us down below this range, give us a bigger move to the downside. Let's go ahead and pull a fib, try to find some levels right underneath. Okay, so you do have your 786. So I'm actually going to draw the value area low and that 786 as a draw it as a box. So if we get a move down here to the bottom of this box, that is your 786 fib level, which could wind up being a decent level to watch for some support. So yeah, if you get that yellow X to push you down, I would look for maybe some bull dips forming. But again, yeah, God, 10-hour yellow X. Guys, not looking good. Weekly blood diamond? No weekly blood diamond. Let's see. Regular candles? No. But yeah, 10-hour yellow X, 8-hour yellow X, 6-hour yellow X confirmed, 5-hour yellow X confirmed. Not looking good, guys. Definitely more of a bearish look. Doesn't mean they're 100% going to play out, but definitely they do play out more often than they don't. So definitely be cautious. But again, those major levels I would be looking at is to hold your value area low coming in at about $2.08. And if you break below that, I would look for some support off of that. $2 even likely to give you some support, right? You could see that price did get a little bit of a bounce here. Back here, we got down to the blue box, held that $2 support, and then came back up before riding up higher. So I would look for a break into the blue box, tap that $2 level, and then come down to our actual 786 coming in at $1.93. Let's see. Brian Williams said, I learned you have to give your trades some breathing room with the stop loss in addition to low leverage. I loved the Lux Algo video, Frankie. Thanks. Shout out to Brian Williams. I appreciate the kind comment, bro, or the kind chat. But yeah, bro, 100%, man. Like sometimes you got to give your trade breathing room, right? And that's all based off of individual risk tolerance of each individual trader, right? Some people, maybe some, I'm a little bit more experienced, right? So sometimes I know if there's a really strong, that maker trade, for me, this is actually a pretty decently, some pretty good breathing room on this trade. This is a pretty, it's a 4% stop loss, right? But it has a really good risk to reward of about 3.5, right? So, this is a little bit more breathing room, but I knew because of all the confluence on this trade, maybe I'll make a video showing why I knew this was going to come down, looking at the exact confluences that I was watching. But because I was so confident on this, I gave it a little extra breathing room, right? But if I was a little less confident, right, I might have tried to enter or put my stop loss below this swing high, right? Not this one. I might have put it above this wick, right? Making it a little tighter. But I knew it was a pretty good play, and I knew I was pretty confident in it, so I put it up a little bit higher. But that was after I wound up getting, that was after. Years of getting wrecked and figure like, oh God, I keep getting stopped out. They're too tight. And then I would make them bigger and then I would lose a lot of money. And I'm like, it's all about learning. You have to learn through the experience, guys. You can't replace experience, right? Like you can try to learn from other people's mistakes, which will help you avoid mistakes. But you can't you can't make up for experience. Like sometimes you just need to spend time in the market, right? All right. Let's see. How do you see Bitcoin rising to 21.5 and from there down to 1,900? I don't know if I 100% understand that question. Wick 589 said, bring back the old wheel. I have a feeling Wick likes to see me in pain. Shout out to Wick, bro. I appreciate you, man. Let's see. 21.5 to 1,900. I don't know. I don't really know if I understand that. Because we're looking for the... Because we're looking for the retrace? Is that what he's talking about? Let's see. I literally have to look at the chart here. Boom, boom. Potentially up to 21.5. I don't know. I don't know if I understand that question. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on here. How long have we been going for? Oh, baby. Let's take a look at one more altcoin. Real quick. ADA. Let's take a look at ADA, guys. We are running out of time. Let's see. Taking a look at ADA. All right. Weekly. Okay. No, hang on. Let's look at a different chart. There we go. Okay. So, bada boom, bada boom. 4-hour yellow X confirmed. 2-hour, yeah, guys. It doesn't look good, man. Does not look good. Money flow. I mean, this 10-hour. Oh my God, look at this money flow. Jeez, it's still coming out. Oh, my God. The money flow is almost in the oversold levels. Crazy. Last time money flow was this low. Oh, God. Well, anyway, the one thing you got going here is nothing goes down forever, and this has been going down for what feels like almost forever. So I would keep an eye on maybe a potential bounce coming in here. Let's see. Let me pull up the volume real quick. Bada boom. There we go. Yeah, I mean, we're at a key level here. Yeah, we are starting to lose this high volume node, though. Not good. Not good, guys. Let me go ahead and I'm actually going to pull our range all the way from here. Yeah. So, guys, if we lose this value area low, we do not have much below us. Big volume gap here. Let's see. If we get a breakdown below this value area low and we cannot get back into that value area, guys, that is where we could wind up falling all the way back to revisit these lows. All the way from down here, all the way back in December. A little bing bong, a little bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. We could be on our way back down there. I would be expecting some support at about 28. About 28 cents. And then I would also look for some support at about 27 cents. I'll go ahead and draw that as a range. Bada boom, bada bing. So that is where I would look for some more support on ADA if we continue to break down. Money flow is absolutely pinned to the downside. Red dot confirmed on your 4-hour, but that VWAP is looking to fly back, looking to cross back over, printing that 90-minute green dot. But again, not expecting anything too dramatic out of this. If we do get a retrace on ADA, I would expect a move up to potentially that level to look for a lower high, which is likely going to be a local golden pocket, which it is, right? So that is kind of what I would be looking at for ADA. Look for that lower high into the golden pocket 786 if we do get a bounce for a potential continued move to the downside. All right, guys, I did not realize that we were running this low on time, and we did not hit the 1,250 like goal. Let's try to run it up there. If everybody in this stream clicks that like button right now, we could potentially jack that like up to 1,250 so we could give a bunch of good stuff away on Friday. Shout out to Gandalf. FPV says, mad respect, Frankie. Shout out to Gandalf. I appreciate you, bro. Mad respect. Right back to you. But without further ado, guys, as we have run out of time, let's go ahead and pull up the wheel of pain and pleasure. Here we go. Who was still in the stream last night, guys? Mrs. Candles ripped me off my set to bring me to the meetup and at the Hit Factory, and unfortunately, I wound up leaving the stream running for quite a while, and I was in the car on the way to the Hit Factory, and it's just like 25 minutes after we left, or after I got off the stream, and it was still live, and there were still like 500 people in there just chatting. It was so funny. I was tempted to leave it running, but I had Tony shut it down for me in an emergency. Like, called them up and I was like, close it. Shut the stream down, bro. They're still in there. I feel bad. All right. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob, says we have 10 extra spins from yesterday. So we will start with those 10 spins, guys. So we got extra time to get those likes up to 1250. So while I'm spinning this, smash that like button so we can get some extra giveaways on here. Let's go. Here we go. Spin numero uno. Bing bong. Here we go. Give him a giveaway, baby. Give him a giveaway. Let's see. Let me pull up chat real quick. Where's my chat at? There it is. All right. Spin numero dos. Give him another giveaway, baby. Let's go. And shout out to Wick. He says, give us the old the old wheel back, and we will have to wind up doing that. We are planning on upgrading the wheel, as we have been planning on upgrading it for quite some time now. But there's only so much time in the day, and we all have everybody at the Frankie Candles YouTube channel has a million things going on. But we are going to attack a new wheel very, very soon, guys. Gonna start putting some more challenges on it. 24-hour stream incoming. Dave Digital, absolutely 100%. Tommy Gunn says, I appreciate you more than you know, Frankie. Thanks for all you give to all of us. Shout out to Tommy Gunn, bro. I do it for you guys. And I do it because I like it. Like, I do it because this is fun, guys. This is so cliche, but like, I would do this for free. Right? Like, I am in a blessed situation, and I'm never going to forget that. Like, I'm in a very lucky spot where my full-time job is crypto, and it's like, it's the coolest thing where, like, I get to do this and start a YouTube channel and be part of the BitBoy crypto company, and it's like, it's just the coolest thing in the world. So it's like really why I do this so much. I'm like, I always stream every day, and I'm always putting videos out, and I'm always in the Discord. It's because I genuinely I like get to do what I love every single day. It's like, I used to love skateboarding when I was a kid, right? And if I ever got offered to skateboard for 10 hours, or if I ever got a full-time job skating as a kid, right? Or playing paintball or whatever, whatever I used to love, playing video games, whatever it is. If I ever got a full-time job offer to do that stuff, you'd probably wind up accidentally working overtime, right? Because if you love video games, on that 8th hour of work, they'll be like, all right, time to go home. Your work's over. And you'd be like, no, it's fine. I'm having fun. I'll just keep doing it, right? Like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, I feel like I get to play video games all day because I get to trade all day. It's like the coolest thing ever. All right, so we got those 10 spins out of the way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 giveaways out of 10. Not too bad. 80% hit rate. That's a good for a trading strategy. Even better when all you have to do is win, right? You can't even lose on the wheel. But let's see. How many likes do we have now? Oh, 855. So close. But that still gives us 8 spins, so you can still hit that like button and get us up to 1250. On the count of 3, guys, we're going to smash that like button as soon as the money leaves my hand. As soon as this money leaves my hand, guys, we smash the like button. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, like, and then we're going to throw the money in the air, and that's when you smash the like button, right? As soon as the money leaves the hand. Here we go. And we still have 8 more spins, or 7 more spins. Ready? On the count of 3, we go 1, 2, 3, and then I throw the money, and that's when you like. 1, 2, 3. Think I tricked anybody? I don't think. I think you guys knew. I think you guys are on your toes. I don't think nobody clicked the like button right away. Let's see. Hey, shout out to Gabucci. Listen, his name's Gabucci, but guys, I just call him Gabagool. You know what I'm saying? We got Gabagool in the chat. We got Managot. We got Tony Soprano in the chat. We got Melissa Santiago. Melissa, what is going on? Shout out to anybody watching right now that we met last night, guys. Everybody from last night was super cool. Kind of a really cool experience for me. I've been, last year at Bitcoin Miami. We got to meet some of the CandleMafia. I got to meet Crypto Anon, was super cool. I met Jimmy Void. I met Brad Guidell. I met some people in Bitcoin Miami 2022, and that was a super cool experience. But This was the first time where I was around the community after actually having my channel for a while. So, like, yesterday was weird, guys. Like, people were coming, like, people I didn't know were coming up to me like, hey, Frank. And I'm like, it's a weird feeling because I'm always like, oh, God, what's this person's name? Oh, my God, I'm so bad with names. Who is this? And I'm like, oh, wait, I've never seen you before. You know me. This is weird. Signed a bunch of books. I signed T-shirts. I signed, we gave a hat. One of the community members was there with his son. He was a young son, probably like 8 or 9. And it was so cool to see these kids into crypto. But they wanted a hat, and we didn't think we had any hats. And Tony D was like, yeah, that kid was bummed he couldn't get a hat. And I was like, wait, I think we have an extra hat. And we found an extra hat. They asked me to sign it. It was like the coolest thing ever, man. It's like, it's so weird. It's so cool, though. And it was so fun. Like, everyone we talked to was so down to earth. Such cool, normal people, which is very far and few between nowadays. If you guys have been in the same earth that I'm on, normal, nice, down-to-earth, kind people are very far and few between. But somehow, the Bit Squad and the CandleMafia just attract them all. So super dope. If you're in here and we talked last night, shout out to you guys. Super, super cool getting to hang out with the community. It's like, literally, it's like the best part of the job. I say the best part of the job is getting people saying like, hey, you changed my life, or hey, you helped me. That's definitely the best part of the job. But like, number 2 next to that is definitely actually meeting the community. It's the coolest thing in the world. So what do we have? We had 10 to 18 spins. So that is it for the spins. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 giveaways out of 18. Not too bad. Yeah, chemistry, bro. One day, bro. One day. Oh, you don't live. Are you in the UK? I think someone from, like, Basement told me you were in the UK or something, and I was like, that's right. He's far away. Let us know where you are, Ken, bro. Let's see. I'll host you at Geekdom in San Antonio. What is Geekdom? I'm a founding member. Shout out to Biomex. I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty dope. Hey, let's go. Shout out to Cozy Babe. My second like. Yo, Cozy Babe actually came in on their alt account to like the button. To like the stream again. Shout out to you, bro. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Helson Gaming said, what do you think about AXS? Love Tony D and love you. Shout out to Helson Gaming. Let's see. Let me go ahead and AXS. I do have to hop off here in a second, but I will take a look at that real quick. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to cover the super chat. Bubba's Crypto, thank you so much for that super chat, man. He says, trivia, season 1 of Frankie Candles, Frankie and Ben. Yo, that is so sick, bro. Yo, Bubba's, that's cool, man. He says, trivia, season 1 of Frankie Candles, Frankie and Ben ate a substance. We didn't get to see it because the camera wasn't on. What was the substance? Hang on. Hold up. We're extending the stream, guys. Bubba's Crypto, you might be onto something here. We got to do something like that, like Frankie Candles trivia, and if you get the trivia right, like, you win a giveaway. This one's not going to win a giveaway, but what was the substance? Was it spicy jelly beans? Was it crickets? Or was it sauce? Boom. Let me know in that poll, and we'll see if a majority of the CandleMafia knows the answer to this question. And the question, one more time, is trivia, season 1, Frankie Candles, Frankie and Ben ate a substance. We didn't get to see it because the camera wasn't on. What is the substance? That is it. Let me know. I have a feeling I know what is going to win the poll, but I bet you it's going to be wrong. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. I don't know who said it. Somebody did just say, Frank, you helped me out with that Lux Algo setup a lot. Shout out to you, brother. I'm glad I was able to help you out, man. But yeah, let's see. Okay, boss spot in the event. We rip back to 23K with good CPI on Tuesday because I'm a jump off a clip if I miss that. Shout out to Drew Barry. Let's go, man. But guys, with all that being said, guys, that is all the time we got for tonight's stream. Oh, it's a close one. It's a close one. Hit that poll up, guys, if you know the answer to that question. High protein peanut butter. Yo, crickets. Shout out to Dark Crash. Dark Crash, you hydrated right now? I know I am, bro. I got my agua right here. Dump could be a silver Silvergate liquidation flash dip, a blip in otherwise bullish trend. I hope anyway. If true, then good CPI next week could have us back off to the moon. Thoughts, Frankie? Chemistry bro, my thoughts on that are basically the only thing that I have that wouldn't agree with what you just said is the fact that we broke the bullish market structure. But that doesn't mean that we can't just like break it and then come back up. So I actually think that is a very, 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 very well thought out, plausible prediction. Nothing's 100%, but I think that is really well thought out, bro. And chemistry, bro, I do want to say, along with a lot of the other chemistry, bro members, with a lot of the CandleMafia members, I get a lot of DMs with people showing me what they're looking at, and guys, like, literally, like, almost 100% of the time, it's really well thought out, really good TA. So I don't have a chance to answer all of the DMs, but all the DMs that I've viewed that were looking at TA and they wanted my thoughts on it, kudos to you guys. It's all really good stuff, and it's all really well done TA. And chemistry, bro, it's a really well thought out speculation, and I would have to agree with you. I think the Silvergate flash crash is definitely a possibility. And then if something's going to bring us up, those positive CPI numbers could be the catalyst to give us that big rip up, right? And then also that would have the bears ripping their hair out, right? So that is kind of what makes me think that is a really, really good thought, is that think about that, right? Like, typically when we rip, the bears are like, what is going on? And then when we dump, the bulls are like, what happened? I thought we were going up, right? So it would put those bears in that position where they'd be pulling their hair out, which makes it seem pretty plausible. So shout out to you, chemistry, bro. But let's go ahead and wrap this up. Frankie, KuCoin is going down. Yeah, I gotta look more into that. But yeah, guys, any exchange that you use, I use KuCoin a lot, right? I have a lot of my funds on KuCoin. Not everything, right? Because you want to be careful. But any exchange you use, guys, you want to be aware that nothing is guaranteed, right? Like, you could lose all your money. Like, people lost all their money on FTX. FTX was a U.S.-based exchange with celebrity endorsements, with commercials on TV, and everyone lost their money. And guess who got their money back? Nobody. So it's like people think they see like these commercials on TV or this and that, and like, oh, this is safe, right? Your money's not even safe in the bank. Your money might not even be safe in the bank, right? So you just want to realize that anywhere you put your money, it's going to be risky. That's why the only real true way of making sure your funds are fully safe is just diversification, right? You can't 100% know that this exchange isn't going to go down. You don't know 100% if the U.S. banks are going to go down, right? You don't even know if you're holding cash. You might think, well, I'll just hold cash because I can hold the cash and no one can take it from me. But the thing is, number one, your cash is, obviously going to melt in value as it always does. And then also, like your God forbid, right? Your house could catch on fire, right? All that cash is gone, right? Unless you have a fireproof safe. But someone could break into your house and steal the safe or break into the safe. Like but that's why you never want to hold 100% of your money in cash. And if you do have it 100% in cash, just diversify where that cash is. Some in this house, some in the bank, some in a safe at your family's house or whatever it is. You just want to make sure that you don't have all your money in one place, because that one thing goes down, whether it's a house fire, God forbid, whether it's a bank, the bank's going down, whether it's a crypto exchange going down, whether it's a wallet getting hacked. You don't want all your life savings in one spot, right? If KuCoin goes down, guys, it'll sting, right? I'll be like, ooh, like, I'll walk away, look at my wounds. But I'm not going to go completely broke. I'll still be able to pay my rent. I'll still be able to pay my bills. I'll still be okay, right? Because all my money's not on KuCoin. So it's really important that you don't do that. You want to make sure it's diversified, right? So with all that, my BTC short is open. Let's go. Shout out to Zakir Ahmed. Congratulations, bro. Chemistry Rose said I almost lost 6 figures in UST. Oh, my God. Pulled it out 2 days before the depegging began. I was lucky. Chemistry, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Thank God, man. Thank God. I'm glad you got your money out. But with all that being said, guys, that is all the time I have for tonight's stream. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you found value. If you did, hit me, about banks going down. Self-wealth crypto. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, guys, hit me with a hashtag value if you found this stream valuable or learned something. And if you don't want to type out hashtag value, just go ahead and smash that like button on your way out. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Will Bitcoin be at zero? You never know. That's all I got, guys. I'll see you next time. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy Deezy, and shout out to Mrs. Candles, who was laying on the floor on a pile of money. Hasta pasta, Candle Mafia. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bing bong. I disrespected the candle gods, guys. I can't believe I did this. I forgot to end the candle with the stream. We light the candle with the stream. You gotta blow the candle out with the stream, guys. I disrespected the candle gods. Please, please, nobody tell the candle gods I disrespected them. But now we gotta do the outro all over. With that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Same pie. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to right after ATB. Shout out to our boy DZ. I'm sorry, Candle Gods. Please forgive me. Please dump Bitcoin a little bit more so I can buy lower on spot. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Hasta basta. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.